Hey traders, Raghee here. The S&P and the NASDAQ are at very fragile levels, and this is because, again, just really it's a two-part situation that we're all dealing with as traders. One is just an overall uptrend that, yes, at this point here was broken, and then now, is this enough to establish a downtrend? Not by my gauges. We're really looking at where the support could be, and then distribution, which is that choppy market trend, would establish itself. And distribution needs a level of support that then becomes the bottom. In this case, what we're waiting on is the bottom of the range. So I'll look at the automation of the Darvis. I'll go back and look at all these levels that were previously Darvis highs and lows, previous support and resistance, and I'll just extend them forward. Now remember, Darvis patterns are one part, a certain number of days transpiring between minor highs and minor lows. And then when I look at this area in its entirety, you can see it's in play. Previous support, looking, and really actually a combination of previous support and resistance, pulled forward, and if this is going to be where the distribution floor ends up being, I mean, I think we already have the distribution ceiling, and that would be up in here. And this is on the S&P, of course. We'll do the same thing here on the NASDAQ in just a moment. This is the range I'm looking at keeping. Gotta remember, we're still above the 200. We're still above the mean. There's enough here to say that this market is supported. We have a neutral environment. I'm not going to jump to conclusions about, October being October, although it's an easy thing to do. I don't want to deny that could be possible. But for now, until that happens, I'm just going to follow the process, which is broken trends are, for some brief period of time, choppy. And it's just our job now to find where the support is in that chop, and where ultimately the resistance, which I think is the easiest part of this, it's the near term. It's that high at the top of the range. So I've got the resistance up in here, I've got the support in here, and I'm going to move forward as long as these levels hold. Once again, above the mean of the V-score, above the 200, and holding the support level. We could be looking now at the distribution range that we could be seeing for maybe some time to come. Well, who knows? But this is what I'm going to be dealing with. And so this becomes oversold, both on the ES and on the NQ. Now, the ramifications then, the sort of ripple effect moving forward, is down to the ETF levels, XLC, XLY, XLK, looking for these particular sectors as part of the NQ to find similar levels. And this is where, for me, trading futures then actually feeds into trading ETFs and stocks relatedly, right? ETFs meaning those group of pre-curated stocks that move because of this passive investing world that we all live in now. The connectivity is there. So now I can do the same thing and say the XLF, XLV for the S&P. I think that XLV is going to be in play more around the 200, which is a very tempting place to have low risk entries. And I'm definitely looking at this level. XLV is vulnerable for sure. But when we talk about, in many ways, sort of the rug getting pulled out from underneath the market, it's usually south of the 200. So even though we have some bearish structure on XLV, we have actually, relatively speaking, pretty neutral and now bullish structure on XLF. This is a tug of war within the S&P, and sort of the tie break is going to be the XLK. So in many ways, look at the XLK. Is it going to join up with the XLF, right? Or is it going to join up with the XLV? And it's looking like the S&P could get XLK, XLV support at oversold levels. And this is the kind of thing that I look at to start breaking down the kind of watch list that I'll build, because I've got a watch list for potential shorts, I've got a watch list for potential buys, and I've got some I do have a watch list with some names on it of symbols that I do not want to trade, the do not watch list. So this kind of breakdown is interesting. You're going to love the webinar tonight. I know a lot of you are registered, and looking forward to seeing all of you there tonight at 8 p.m. Now, if you're watching this video after the webinar has happened, remember, you can catch the replay and you can register for it. So the replay is sent to you. Just keep this link handy, simplertrading.com/trend. So tonight is the first of 2 webinars. The class is going to be on the 16th. Pencil that in. Looking forward to covering this challenging part of the market here together with you. And I just want to remind everybody that, and I'm probably letting a little bit too much out before the class, but we're going to have an entire month where we get together once a week for basically the month of November, almost, 4 live trading sessions for the elite level of the package. Those of you that have been to classes, you know, basic, you'll get the class. Pro, you'll get 2 days of live trading. In this case, 1 trading session per week. So we have enough time in between to let these markets move around, rebuild our watch list again. So we have really 2 full weeks that we can look at the markets, and 2 live trading sessions over the course of those 2 weeks, and then 4 for the elite. So, up to the entire month of November, we could be looking at these markets together. So I'm very stoked. Did not know we were going to be dealing with this when the class was scheduled, but I'm so happy that this is what we're getting, because if you can navigate a market like this, you can pretty much trade anything. And if it turns into a downtrend, we'll flip the switch on that bearish watch list that we'll be building together through live trading. And if we end up with distribution chop, we'll flip the switch on overbought buys. So really looking forward to this these last few months of trading and spending a lot of that with you all. I'll see you all in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.